I'd like to ask two questions to the Juul rep. One is, can you describe your flavored products and tell us why you believe that they are important to adult smokers and the data you have to support that, number one. Number two, I have never trusted the tobacco companies. They've been shown to lie to Congress. I believe they sell cigarettes knowing that they cause morbidity and mortality. And I have a concern that 30% of your company has been bought up by Big Tobacco. How can we be assured that you're not going to succumb to Big Tobacco's yearning to make money over the livelihood of children that are getting addicted to nicotine?
Thank you for the questions. So to answer the first question, the flavors, we have mint and tobacco and menthol that are currently in retail. In November, we undertook a large action plan to begin to address youth usage, which including pulling those out of retail as well as completely coming off of social media other than the use of Twitter, having additional online age verification, additional retail controls, supporting 21 plus legislation, which is of course already in effect here, as well as technology solutions. We have mango, cucumber, fruit, and creme that are currently only available online to 21 plus users. And I was talking earlier about our behavioral science program. We have over 100,000 Juul users in that program overall. Yesterday, actually, our second peer-reviewed publication was released in the Harm Reduction Journal that specifically talks about the importance of flavors and switching that we have seen. And this particular survey was almost 10,000 adult users. And we saw in that survey that if those smokers were using solely a non-tobacco flavor, they had a 30% increase in their full switching rate. Full switching is incredibly important for harm reduction. You get the public health benefit when you're not even taking a puff of a cigarette. So we have seen in our data, and we hear it anecdotally with smokers who've switched all the time, that flavors are critically important to their switching. I know it's not intuitive. I have a mentor myself who was a longtime smoker. He sent me an email in end of January of 2018 saying he used mango. He said it was 30 days since he had a cigarette, and it was the longest he'd gone without a cigarette since 1976. To this day, he's still not had a cigarette. And for those smokers you've heard from in the room, it's an incredibly empowering thing for them. And we also think very important from a public health perspective. With respect to your second question, it's a great question. I personally struggled with it. And what I can tell you is that Altria has a 35% investment in the company. After they get through antitrust approvals, they will have 3 seats on the board. They will never have a controlling vote on the board. And there are additional provisions in the contract to prevent them from that control position. The reason that we undertook this investment was in order to have access to their list of 17 million age-verified adult smokers to whom we can directly market. We will be putting inserts into packs of Marlboros saying next time try Juul and make the switch, and improved positioning in stores. And it's really important. Retail is critically important because smokers go get their cigarettes at retail. And if we want them to switch to a less harmful alternative, it needs to be right there next to it. So those are the reasons we undertook it. I completely understand the concern. Happy to talk further about it as well. But we've thought very hard about it in the contract.
Thank you.